Okay, y'all. So I am finally finished with the Gematria video for Katt Williams and his brother whole little situation. Not just the brother, but everything that's been going on with Katt Williams since he came back. Okay, so we gonna talk about it all. All right, y'all, and we gonna break it down. Everything that we possibly can break down today on this whole situation. Okay, y'all. So let's get to it, y'all. Let's get to it. Hello and welcome to my channel. Please like, share, and subscribe if you like this video. And thank you all so much for watching. Thank you to my day ones, twos, and threes. Thank you to all my new subscribers that's coming in. That means well. Thank you so very much. I appreciate you all and welcome, welcome, welcome. This video is for entertainment and educational purposes only, so everything is alleged. Some is not, and the fair act use is in my description box, y'all. So let's get to it, y'all. Let's get to it. Y'all been waiting on this video. So yes, it's a doozy. It was so much stuff coming up, it didn't make sense. Now, I do feel like I can talk about this some because of experience, because, you know, all the stories that's coming out about Katt Williams' brother and the thing that he said. He talked about how Katt Williams, and Katt Williams talked about this himself, how he left home at 1 to 3 years old or something like that. And he left home and never came back as far as whatever. You know, I thought that was weird in itself. Along with you being 3 years old and ended up turning out to be the great, you know, funny Katt Williams. Who helped him? How did someone that small, not just his height, y'all, but his age, go out into the world and become famous, y'all? Who helped him? And why him out of all the people? Like, normally people leave home and it's not no success stories like this. What did he have to do to get his foot in the door? Y'all, you have to ask yourself this question. What did Katt do that was so important that he got his foot in the door and that everybody just loved him some Katt, y'all? Okay? Comedian. I mean, he is a triple threat, to be honest. He's a comedian, actor. He raps, all kind of stuff. And they say he was really, really, really smart. And a lot of kids that grow up going into, that's, you know, parents of Jehovah's Witnesses, and a lot of them are smart. They make you read all the time. Like, they make you read so much that you just get sick of reading. You know what I'm saying, y'all? But a lot of them, their kids end up, you know, being able to read good at school because they always got a book in your face. Okay, y'all? But one thing I wanted to talk about, you know, growing up in a household with Jehovah's Witnesses, I have to say this, y'all. One thing I talk about on my page all the time to my day ones, twos, and threes, everybody that's coming in, that they don't take people touching on little ones and stuff like that serious. So when he said that this is, you know, partial the reason why he left home early, because he was putting his hands on him, I guess, when he was younger and this and that, and this allegedly. I don't know, I wasn't there. But I've seen stories like this over and over happen with Jehovah's Witnesses. And it could be younger or old. They didn't really take it lightly. Serious. They don't want you to call the police when stuff happens. They want to handle it themselves amongst the, you know, the congregation. And people usually get off with a pat on the wrist when they are out here doing things they're not supposed to be doing. Either they get moved to another hall or another area and it's brushed under the rug, and they go somewhere else and they act like they start anew, and everybody act like they forget about what they was really, you know, left the other place for. You know what I'm saying, y'all? So some of this could be true of what he's saying. I don't know. I wasn't there, but it's a possibility. Now let's get down to the nitty gritty of the numbers, y'all. Let's get to the numbers, because his brother just came out and aired out a lot of stuff, and people talking about how he look, and they talking about him and this and that and that and this. But you never know, y'all. You never know. A lot of stories that we hear about Katt Williams is not good. And majority of these stories are coming from people that work with him, y'all. That work with him. Okay? Now, if you look at his chin right here, it look like he got some kind of horns right here on his chin, a tattoo with horns on it on his chin. I don't know, but that's what it looked like to me. Okay? So, I pulled up his, you know, information about his name, birthday, all of that stuff. And I started from there with the gematria. Now, if y'all don't know what gematria is, it's just putting words into numbers. Okay? That's all you're doing. A equals 1, B equals 2, just like that. And all the way to Z. And just say how I do it just like everybody else. And you can go to Gematria Calculator and you can look it up yourself. Okay, y'all? Makai Saria Katt Williams is his name. Okay? And I'm going to tell y'all this before I get started. A lot of these celebrities, when they get a name, like pick their name, what their stage name and all of that's going to be, they pick it by these numbers. They pick it by the cabal. Okay, y'all? A lot of these people's name means some stuff, okay? Seriously, if you pull up Jay-Z and all these people, it means the things that they're into. And it always pops right back up. So you got to wonder where the cat come from. Who named him Cat or whatever. I don't know. Maybe he told a story before. I don't know about it. I don't know. But why would a grown man want to call himself Cat? I'm just saying, y'all, okay? I put in Makai couple different ways, and I took out the Cat, left the 3, then I took out the middle name and I left out, and I put in Katt Williams. Every time I put this in gematria, either way that I wrote his name, put his name in there, 113 popped up every time. 113 came up twice right here, and then here you have it, because you don't count the zeros in gematria. You have 113 right here with just Katt Williams. Every which way I put it in, 113 popped up. And right here, it came up twice. Okay? Now, for those of you who don't know what the 113 represent, it represents a bullshittica. Okay, y'all? It means the number of dishonesty. So this person is a liar. Okay? They manipulate people. Green screen, dream world, fake reality, sinister, divorce, infidelity, perjury, disinformation, not factual. What's one way to get everybody's attention by telling them a little stuff that I'm just saying, you come out and you just put everybody on blast. Oh, everybody in the industry, everybody finna be exposed and this and that and that and this. What better way to get everybody listening? One thing about Katt Williams, and I told y'all this, he's very smart and calculative. He will sit back and study a situation, okay, run test runs and everything, just to see how people are going to react to certain things. Even his jewelry and everything that he came out with, he know people was going to start looking it up and see what it meant, to see if he on the up and up and this and that and that and this. But we have to address the elephant in the room. And with these numbers, I'm just saying, this is what we're about to do. Broadcasting, mainstream equals 113. Bullshittica equals 113. Election day, which we all know that's some bullshittica. Politics, we all know. Puppets, illusions, fictions, not honest, dishonest. All this represents 113. Why is this popping up in every which way you put his name in, y'all? Huh? See, one thing about Satan, he is very manipulative, okay? He makes you think he'll give you the world. But he ain't giving you anything. He's going to be your downfall. He make it look like, though, that he's, sweet as can be. Okay, y'all? If you look up a lot of Katt Williams pictures, this look like a little miniature Masonic person. Okay, y'all? This is what this looks like to me. Y'all let me know in the comment section what y'all get from this picture right here. But I don't get anything different than what you see with Jay-Z, with him in the little Masonic Lodge and all of that stuff. Same thing, y'all. Same thing. He just a little bit itty bitty. That's got it on, okay? All right? Look like a little toy soldier. All right, y'all? But this is what I get from this Masonic stuff. I don't know what y'all get. He came out with this, I like this jacket too. Okay, y'all? But he came out with a vow of silence, covering up his mouth, with the first tour that he came out with. And we ain't heard from the Katt Williams for I can't tell long. But he comes out with this dark matter tour. And he already doing symbolism. But trying to make people think that he ain't about this life. Well, why is there so much symbolism in it if it is? The jewelry, he is a mad scientist, to be honest. This is what I feel about Katt Williams. And this is my personal opinion. I think he's a mad scientist. I think that he can sit back and he read a lot. And he watch and he observe things. And he's different from these other comedians. They just go and chill for a little while. They need some money to go back on tour. This guy, he's very calculative. I keep telling y'all, he do things a certain way when he comes out. The jewelry, all of that stuff. And I wonder, do he have this little jewelry line that he's selling this? Because he claimed that this jewelry right here was something he came up with. But that's not true either. Because a lot of this jewelry got meaning to it too, y'all. A lot of this, it said Dharma, the wheel of Dharma. This is what this is. This has something to do with Buddhism. It symbolizes birth. It symbolizes people passing away. And it symbolizes rebirth. It also symbolizes enlightenment, y'all. His jewelry. So, you know, it is what it is. We have to say it for what it is. Look at his shirt. Ain't that the all-seeing eye on his shirt, y'all? I'm just asking. Can't nobody that's out here calling out the Illuminati to the naughty, okay? For being naughty, and everything that you have, you ban jewelry, you ban clothes that represents the same thing that they represent. I'm just saying, y'all, it's one thing to call people out on their stuff, but it's another thing when you're making this a part of your wardrobe. You're making this a part of pictures that when you were posing. I'm just saying, okay, y'all? Here he is. Now, I think this could be an AI picture because the hands look lighter. But then again, this could be him. I don't know. But this is something that somebody put up. I don't know if it's true, but it say roll to Hell. Okay, y'all? And when I just look at the hands look lighter. But sometimes your hands look lighter than whatever. But this could be him. Money and a weapon. And didn't somebody just pass away on tour with him? I'm just saying, y'all. Look at him right here. Did y'all watch True Blood? Don't he look like one of them fairies and stuff on this thing? He look like a little fairy. A Masonic little fairy. That's what he's looking like standing here. And y'all mean to tell me that all this stuff is just coincidence? You know, I know a lot of people love them some Katt Williams, but we have to address the elephant in the room about Katt Williams. A lot of stuff that he does, symbolic stuff, all the stuff he has on his clothes. A lot of symbolic stuff, y'all. It really is. Look at him right here. What the heck is this? This is no different when Diddy had something like this on at the award show, at the red carpet. Didn't Diddy have a little suit on like this? Dressed like he was Satan or some kind of vampire or something? This is what he looks like right here too. For what, y'all? I'm just saying, was it Halloween this day or something? Like what? Why would he have some stuff like this on? And why do people ignore this stuff, okay? Now, Katt Williams had a lawsuit against him describing a possession. It also described witchcraft, y'all. He's into this type of mess. He's into this type of mess. Now, if y'all want to ignore that, ignore it. You know what I'm saying? But that's just not sit up there and act as if it's not happening. Or, it's not true. Okay? So, when I put in Makai, Surreal, whatever how you say his name, Katt Williams, these numbers popped up. And I'm going to show you what popped up with these numbers. Get back on the juice retention, y'all. Okay? You know, semen retention. That popped out. Now, ask me what that means. I have no idea. Get back on. It just sounds like you've been holding some stuff in and you have to let it out and get some get back. I guess that's what it means. I don't know. Okay? But y'all figure it out on your own with that one. Okay, y'all? Wednesday, January 31st. 131 again. There go 113. This is popping up under his name. 113 keeps popping up. Okay? An immaculate conception. They say that he's very smart. He's very manipulative. He know how to get people talking. He sit back and he go into he studies stuff. And a lot of people feel like it's just a coincidence that his name and the tour and the this and that and that and this. But I want you to see what I see, and I want to see what you all say about the situation. Because to me, Katt Williams ain't no different than the rest of them. That's my personal opinion. Birthday ritual goal score. That popped up too. So, y'all know them birthday rituals that was going on with the airplanes and this and that. People, y'all remember that, okay? I ain't got to go into details about that. Nothing is a coincidence also popped up under his name. Thursday, October 19th. And there go that 911 right there. And we know that 911 is happened on the 111th day of the year. Okay, y'all? I believe that's 911. Wednesday, January 11th. There go January 11th, 111 popping up again under his name. 111. That's the sacred to the vice number. Okay, y'all? Every time that anybody has passed away, artists, whatever, and that the 111 and 1111 popped up, a lot of these people were sacred to the vice because of these cults. Okay? So y'all can't tell me he don't look like he in a little cult his own self. Okay? Then I put in Mackay Surreal Williams, and I took the cat out. Okay, y'all? When I put this in, the number of dishonesty popped up. Involuntary man to the slaughter popped up. Ain't this what just happened to somebody on his tour? I'm just asking. Transhumanism agenda. You cannot tell me that Katt Williams don't push agendas, because he does. He said he wouldn't even go on be in another movie with one of the actors, or call himself comedian, if he didn't have a dress on. If he ain't about pushing agendas, I don't know what to tell y'all. Okay? The thrill of the chase. Now, when I thought about this, I thought about how short and tiny he is. And I know that a lot of people are that small. They got a complex. Well, this is the only way that they probably can bully somebody is they got money in their pocket. And then they can bully people around. And a lot of people say he's not a nice person. So it make you wonder, what's really going on with him and putting his hands on other people. Is it true or not? Or is this a part of his, his ego? You know what I'm saying, y'all? They say he got 7 adopted children, but nobody have seen one of them. Okay, y'all? A lot of people is questioning it in my comment section. How can he adopt somebody when he got a background of doing street pharmacy stuff, putting paws on people, doing witchcraft? Because it's not that easy for you to be able to adopt somebody. You got to have a squeaky clean or a nice background, or at least trying to do something better. Okay, y'all? So it make you wonder about that as well. Let's keep going. The demise of Slim Shady, and he is a little slim, and he is a little shady, but I know this is supposed to be Eminem, but this is what popped up on here, y'all. Okay? The feathered serpent also popped up. Now, this is going to be deep, and I'm going to bring this up a little later when I show y'all what the feathered serpent represents. We're going to get back to this one, okay? Because this is a deity. This is a deity, y'all. The feathered serpent. And I do believe that this popped up under his name. And a lot of people be like, oh, I don't know about the numbers and this and that and this. But this also, the feathered serpent represents the name of his tour. Okay, y'all, but we're going to get into that in a minute. Just remember the feathered serpent when we get back to that picture. Okay. Many human sacred to the vices also pops up under his name. They say Katt Williams been doing people dirty. I don't know. I don't be around them, but this is what they say. And it's saying many humans sacred to the vices. He has many. Okay. Mark avoided the curse. This popped up under his name. And then if you put Mackay Williams, that's his first and last name. Mackay. 818 popped up. I forgot what 818 represent. Let me see real quick. 818 equals 17. Oh, number of the beast. Number of the beast pops up. Oh my goodness. That's a lot of weird stuff popping up under the 818. But yes, y'all, that represents the number of the beast. And y'all know what that is. It's supposed to be 666. Wow. It also means sell your soul. If you look it up in Gematria, this is what pops up. Sell your soul pops up. So, if I'm just saying, y'all. I'm just saying. 818. 818 means sell your soul. And this is coming up under his name. Okay, y'all? Scripted demise is popping up. We don't know. It's talking about his demise or somebody around him, connected to him. Was this other guy's passing scripted? He passed away by those numbers. That Reggie guy, he passed away by the numbers. And you will see that in a minute. Katt Williams, if you put Katt Williams in and you see the solar eclipse number is popping up there too. You also see 33, which is the Masonic number. Katt Williams, out of control, and BLOOD money is popping up. A lot of people say Katt Williams is out of control. That go on tour with him, people that work with him. A lot of people say he's not a nice person. Now, I don't know if this the days when he's doing the street pharmacy stuff. I don't know if he's still doing the street pharmacy. I have no idea. But a lot of people say he's not a nice person, y'all. Now, from on the outside looking in, we seeing him putting people on. Other, comedians and stuff. They getting jobs and stuff like that. He putting them on, taking them on tour with him and stuff like that. But a lot of people say he treated the women like Sugar on the tour. This is what they're saying. He treated the women's especially bad. The women. Okay, y'all? So I don't know. This is the stuff that I've been hearing. When you put his first and last name in, evil comes up. Evil comes up. Hummer to the side pops up. There was a Hummer to the side during his tour. This is popping up. You will find out it's popping up. We finding out some stuff right now, okay? The cabal is popping up as well. Y'all, this is deep right here. This one right here was really, really deep. This is why it took me so long to do it. Eclipse ritual is popping up as well. His number is 48. It's popping up on his name, okay? Oath keepers is popping up, and feminine is popping up, okay, y'all? Let's keep going. Illuma to the Naughty is popping up under his name. If you put in Cat, and like I told y'all before, this Cat, who names themselves Cat? A man, okay? A cat. And then look how he spelled it, Katt. I want y'all to think about this for a second, because a lot of people in the industry pick their names and line it up by numbers. Especially people that's into all this satanic mess. And the first thing I noticed was that 11 and then that 88, which means infinity links, y'all. He's linked up with something and somebody. Because y'all saw how he just went ghost when that guy passed away and ain't said a thing. And everybody else started calling him out on this stuff. But as far as him and his little camp, it was quiet as a mouse, y'all. Was this a cover up for this guy passing? Now let's keep going. Cat, okay, equals 52. November 3rd equals 52. There go that 113 again. Cat. It's saying that this is the number of dishonest. Why would he have a name with the name of dishonest? Okay, y'all. Government. A lot of people feel like he's an agent. But he flips the script and make it look like, oh, everybody want to take me out. I'm finna let the cat out the bag. The cat, okay? And tell on everybody else. But is this the game that he's playing with the world, with the internet, with everybody? Is he sending his own fans off to make them think that he's one way when he's totally the opposite? Ask yourself this question. Okay, y'all? Government. Corn with a P equals 52. Okay? US dollar, we know here about that money. Because when he come out to go on tour and do his thing, he come out and shuts Sugar down. Look how much money he made for Shannon Sharpe on that interview. He made over. They saying he made a good $60-70 million off of an interview with Katt Williams. Yes, y'all. That's how much money Shannon Sharpe made off of Katt Williams' interview. This is word on the street. Word on the street. So he about that money. Call of Duty. Is this his Call of Duty? I'm just telling y'all. It's sending people off. That's what it's starting to look like. Because Katt Williams is fooling people. My personal opinion. Okay, y'all? Black Sun is popping up in his numbers as well. Now, I'm going to tell y'all something about Black Sun, because this is deep right here. This represents the Nazi era. Okay, y'all? The far right followings. Okay? the far right following. This symbolizes darkness and dissolution. Okay, y'all? Do y'all understand this symbolizes darkness? And he named his tour Dark Matter. I just want y'all to pay attention to that. And dissolution, it means the end or termination of a business or a personal relationship. Okay? That it's over with. It's done and over. But this is what Black Sun represents, which equals darkness and dissolution. Okay, y'all? Devil equals 52. Devil. Hurricane, like it's a storm brewing. Was that storm for him or was that storm for somebody else? Did Katt Williams ever have to sacrifice anybody to stay in the industry? And was this his sacrifice to stay in the industry? But it's making it look like because everybody's in my comment section talking about they really want Katt Williams. They really this, they really that. Do they? Katt Williams went to jail so many times for street pharmacy stuff, all kind of stuff. If they wanted to set him up easily, they could have been set up Katt Williams when he was smoking his kneecaps off. That would have been a perfect time. Is this a front? You gotta ask yourself this question, y'all. Okay, you have to ask yourself this question: Shoulda equals 52. Test equals 52. I told y'all, if people are like tests, you're like lab rats to a lot of these people that study you and sit back and pay attention to what you talk about, this and that and this. They study it and then they know how to get the people talking. This is what Katt Williams is about, y'all. I'm just saying, okay? Fame equals 52. Cat equals fame. Go figure. He ran away at what? 1 to the 2 or 1 to the 3 years old? And he became famous. Marked also equals 52. Where did he run away to? Who did he go stay with? Somebody. Because normally people ain't finna even let no 1 to the 3-year-old come live with them. Because they'll feel like they're going to go to jail for harboring somebody. Why did he have a missing person report when he ran away from home? Like, it's so many questions you need to answer right now. Why in the world would somebody let their little one run away at that age and don't report it? Now, don't have a missing police report, nothing. They go stay with somebody and they end up in the industry and hanging around the biggest of the biggest stars. And we know in order for you to be around the biggest of the biggest stars, you have to do some things. Ridiculousness equals 52. Cat. Traitor also equals 52. Y'all. Traitor. And this is going to come up a couple of times with this traitor stuff. That's going to come up again. Okay? With this feathered something, the feathered bird thing situation, serpent. Yeah, traitor comes up on that as well, because that's a deity. And this deity is called different names in different places. It's weird, y'all. That's why I told y'all. I think he did his homework on certain things. I really do. Let's keep going. Kabbalah equals 52. Tree of Life equals 52. Y'all, I done talked about Tree of Life several times. With people that passed away in the news and their name is ringing all over the place and the way they passed away don't make no sense and the Tree of Life is popping up. Yeah, that came up with a lot of stuff that had to do with Masonic stuff. Tree of Life. That symbol. That symbol is round, just almost like his little compass thing that he claimed that's what that is. Okay, y'all? Let's talk about his first tour. When he first came out, he came out with the Dark Matter tour. That was the first tour he got. And if you look at the symbol in the middle, it looked like 2 6s right here in the middle. Dark. It got a little 6 upside down. It looked like, then it could be the Pisces symbol, something like that. But it looks symbolic. Everything he does is symbolic. You see, he's got his hand over his mouth. But I want y'all to look at what comes up when you put in Dark Matter. 111 and 666. If you go over here to the right, 111 and 666 equals the mark of the beast. Y'all. The mark of the beast. You think Katt Williams don't know about Gematria? You think that he ain't doing a lot of this stuff to get people talking? I'm just asking y'all. Okay? Dark Matter equals 111. If somebody wasn't going to pass away on this tour, somebody was going to pass away sooner or later around Katt Williams regardless. He was coming out here on a mission. And you know how your number come up if you ain't out here and you didn't put in your little work, your sacrifice. They come after you. Was this the reason why Reggie was taken out? To save Katt? You have to ask yourself this question. But he got everybody flipping the script, making it look like it's something else. I'm just asking, y'all. I'm just asking. Okay? 9/11, September 11th. You know what that is? How many days are left in the year? 111. Go look it up. 9/11, you got 111 days left in the year. That was the World Trade Center. 111. If you put the World Trade Center in Gematria, it's 111. So many people passed away on that day that were sacrificed. Okay? Why is this coming up in his numbers, y'all? Ask yourself this question. Now let's keep going. And that was the first tour when he came back. Okay? From his little hiatus. He was going a while. Okay? This is the jewelry that he came back with. He claimed that this jewelry was a timekeeping compass. This is what he told us. Okay, y'all? I put in timekeeping compass because that's what he told us it was. Okay? I want y'all to pay attention to 83 and 83 on here 2 times. That represents take you out by the numbers. Murder by numbers, y'all. All day long. This is on here twice. And when I put timekeeping compass in, these are the numbers. Mingle tingle traffic to the king ring pops up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 numbers match. First Satanic Church. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 numbers match. Subliminal messages. Ain't that's what he been giving us ever since he came back? All kind of subliminal message, making y'all think, oh, he just telling on the Numa to the naughty. But in our actual reality, he's a part of it. That's what it seems like to me. Okay, y'all? The Eye of Providence. Ain't that's what he got on his shirt? The all-seeing eye, y'all? Didn't I just show y'all the picture of the eye on his shirt? See, you got to pay attention to these demons and how they come. You do. Look at this chain. He said that he, he's the one that put this chain together, and this was his whole idea. When we see all kind of chains just like that, and those chains represent Buddhism. Okay, y'all? The wheel of Dharma. This is what they're saying this is. Now, he might have added his little touch to it, but I see a lot of that. A lot. Okay, y'all? He talked about the people that where he got the idea from. He said they used to wear chains like that. Anarchy people. Anarchy people are people that is running streets, don't want to listen, lawless people. That's what anarchy means, y'all. And he said that that's what made him want to get that chain and wear those type of chains and jewelry, because he seen anarchy people wearing it. Y'all, you can't make this up. Now let's get back to the feathered serpent, y'all. The feathered serpent is a deity, okay? Mesoamerican cultures known by different names. So we got this Quetzalcoatl, okay? And then we got the Kukulkan, whatever you call it, and Gukamats, all right? This is a deity, is represented as a combination of a feathered bird and a serpent. So a bird and a snake, okay, y'all? It symbolizes a connection between the earth and the sky. Is this where he got Heaven and Earth tour? Ain't this the earth and the sky, heaven and earth? I'm just saying, y'all, because a lot of people don't want to believe that Katt Williams is into this satanic stuff. But what do y'all get from this? Because that's what I got when I saw this. And the feathered serpent came up in his numbers. And I was like, wait a minute, what do that even mean? And I went and looked it up, and I was like, wait a minute, this is where he got Heaven on Earth tour from. Y'all, let me know if I'm tripping in the comment section, or do y'all get that from there? Because if this is what this represents, earth and the sky, the connection between earth and the sky, and heaven on earth. Y'all, you can't make this shit up, okay? You cannot make this up. I don't care what you say. Now let's talk about Reggie for a second. Reggie, who was on tour with him, was staying at his house, one of his houses. Staying with his security guard, I guess. They were roommates. He passed away August the 20th, 2025. Okay, y'all? He was fatally propelled with a 12-gauge propel weapon. Okay, y'all? Now, the numbers are extremely... I'm just saying, y'all. The numbers gets me. The suspect was 38 years old. Okay? This was the security guard. He was 38 years old. There go that 83 and 38 that keep popping up in his number. Take you out of numbers, right, y'all? 38. This guy was 52. The same number that keep popping up under Katt Williams, under Katt. Didn't I just say it? 52 equals Katt? Didn't I just say that? That ain't what got me the most. August 20th is the 232nd day of the year. 223, 322, 232, however you want to say it. That's skull and bones, y'all. That is skull and bones all day long. I don't care what nobody say. 232nd day of the year this man passes away on. And all the symbolism that he's doing. Y'all, you can't make this up, okay? 38 and 83 represents take you out by the numbers. The person who did it, 38, the guy's 52, same as Katt. Katt equals 52. Y'all, you can't make this up. I don't care what nobody say. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this whole situation, because this is crazy. Now let's talk about these deities for a second. Okay? We're going to talk about the deities, because this is Katt Williams saying he put in his contract that he won't work with Ricky Smiley unless he wear a dress on a Club Shay Shay. Why would you want him to wear a dress? Why, if you are calling out the industry for making people do this and that and that and this, why would you come in doing the same thing that the industry is trying to make people do, wear dresses, men? I'm just saying, y'all. Now let's talk about these deities for a second. The Quetzal, the deity of the feathered serpent. When I put that first one in, Quetzalcoatl, it says John Wick 4. On day 1s, 2s, and 3s, y'all already know a lot of people that passed away either said something about a storm, water, tempest, stuff like that. It says something about John Wick, somebody getting John Wicked and stuff like that. That pops up. This is what popped up under these. It's 3 names that came up under the deity. Quetzalcoatl, John Wick 4 popped up. The 4 horsemen popped up. Crisis actors popped up. Clowns and sex popped up. Second to exit pops up. Now I'm gonna tell y'all this. When that popped up, second to exit, that made me think that when he did that first tour, that Matter tour, I think he was a little bit hesitant. In his, or maybe the cult members was a little hesitant to let somebody pass away on his first tour. That's probably why he went back on tour right away afterwards. Like Beyonce went on one tour, then go on another tour, another tour. I think they figured we'll save it for the next time. So second to exit, was that the second tour? Because the second tour was the Heaven on Earth tour. And this is the one that somebody passed away doing that tour, right, y'all? My understanding. Has it? I'm just asking, y'all. Okay? Second to exit popped up. Intoxication also popped up. So I'm wondering, was people sipping and stuff and wasted when old boy was pow, 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 pow? Because they say he was hit up a couple times. Okay? Kukulkan. This is the second, because it's one deity, but in 3 different things they changes this deity name. So Kukulkan is the second And it said the Jesuit that pops up. Concalcan equals 94. The Jesuit pops up. Dark pops up, which is dark matter. Okay, made me think about dark matter. Nation of gods on earth. Okay, that popped up. Because these demons think they're gods. They do. They really do. Bird popped up. The feathered serpent. There go the bird. Terra also pops up. Tranny popped up. Third eye popped up, which he's wearing those third eye shirts. November 13th popped up too, under Concalcan. Okay, this is the deity that popped up under his name. Now, the third name of under that deity's name is Coconuts with a Z. Okay, when I put that in, 392 popped up, which is comes up under Katt Williams numbers too. But Coconuts, when I put that in, it said time is up. I kid y'all not. It also put in turncoat. Traitor popped up. Very sick popped up. And doorstep popped up. And when that popped up, I was like, wait a minute. This man was left on the doorstep. He was taken out and left in front of somebody's house. Not in front of the house, but they dragged him outside to the front to the doorstep. Time is up. And traitor and turncoat, like somebody turned on him. This is popping up under the deity that is coming up under Katt Williams' name. Y'all, you can't make this up. I don't care what nobody say. This is weird on so many levels that it doesn't make any sense. Okay, y'all? Let's keep going. Y'all see the leopard print? He liked to wear that. That's another symbolism of, Masonic stuff. Okay? What is that? What they call that? I forget, but y'all know a lot of celebrities wear the leopard print. Okay? Do y'all think this guy was sacred to the fights? Because I really do think he was. Okay? And I think it's more to come in this whole situation. I don't think this is going to get brushed under the rug so easy. I really don't. Ex-security guard confirms Reggie Carroll got taken out at Katt Williams' house. We didn't know about it till other people started putting it on blast. Other than that, it was on a hush-hush. Normally, it's all over the news. So it makes you wonder, do Katt Williams have some type of people that's backing him? If they helping him cover up somebody passing at his house. It's not even on all the channel news and all of that stuff. What really is going on here? Is they lying about Katt Williams? Now, I put in Stephen Williams, which is his brother. Okay? This is his brother who not passed away. They're saying that he was putting his hands on him when he was younger. And he was talking about how he got to watch his brother on TV, who was somebody that abused him. Okay? When I put his name in here, Project MK Ultra popped up. Now, a lot of people were saying that he was probably paid to lie on Katt Williams, or the Luma to the night he got to him to get him to lie on him, or whatever. But this did pop up in his numbers. Project MK Ultra. This is why I told y'all I'm confused, because stuff that was popping up in his numbers that was weird, and then stuff was popping up in Katt Williams' number, and all of the stuff that Katt Williams has been doing and how everything lined up makes you think that Katt Williams is up to some mess too. Okay, but reveal the truth popped up. I don't know how to take this. It says reveal the truth under Stephen Williams' name. Reveal the truth. Is he revealing the truth right now about Katt Williams? Or is he lying and the numbers is saying reveal the truth? I don't know how to take this. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section. But this is what popped up. Reveal the truth. Like it was going to come out sooner or later by him. Okay? It's bullshitica. It's what it is. Popped up. Now we see a lot of bullshitica been popping up because that 113 means bullshitica. Okay? So you could take this either way. You know what I'm saying, y'all? It's bullshitica because what he did to him, tell the truth, is bullshitica. Tell the truth what he did to you. Reveal the truth. So I don't know, y'all. I don't know how to take this. The puppet master is behind the video. Puppet master, we know that that's on somebody under MK Ultra, somebody that's running everybody else. That's, the puppet master. Yeah. It's saying this is the person that's behind the video. I don't know, y'all. I don't know how to take this. In their own yard, you know, something in your own backyard. Tell the truth. Something in your own backyard went down. So tell the truth. Reveal the truth about what happened in your own yard or whatever. I don't know. This is what I'm getting for him, that he was supposed to tell. He was supposed to tell. Now, this is another thing that I threw in. Steve Williams Mingle Tingle abuse claim. I put that in. When I put that in, documented mental health history popped up. So I don't know if this guy has a history of, you know, some screws missing. I don't know. Okay, y'all, I don't know. I don't know if he done been through some stuff. Because just because you have a history of mental, that doesn't mean that you got some screws missing. That could mean that you done went through some stuff when you was younger and you have to go get some type of, like, talk to counselors, or may even be given some pharmacy stuff till you can calm down and deal with life the way, you know what I'm saying? Some people can't just deal with stuff like that. So we don't know. But if this is true that he has some type of mental breakdown or whatever, that could be the reason why, because he was being touched. We never know, y'all. And then you got to sit up there and watch the person run around here and lie and pretend like everybody else is doing this and exposing this and exposing that when they doing just as much as dirty stuff as they are. I'm just saying, y'all, ain't no telling. So y'all let me know what y'all think, because I'm telling y'all, this was all over the place. I didn't know how to take this, to be honest. But what I do know is Katt Williams' hands is not clean when it comes to all of this cabal and satanic stuff. I think Katt Williams been out here mingling in this stuff for a while. And I think that he is protected. When people say he's not, oh, everybody want to get at Katt because he telling on everybody. If they really wanted to get at Katt, y'all don't think they could? It's a lot of people that run around here telling and this and that, and they coming up, somebody taking them out. You think it ain't easy for somebody to get a comedian, up-and-coming comedian, to start hanging around Katt, somebody that's good, and get in good with him and line him up? Y'all think that's not? Katt Williams seems like he's protected too, y'all. And his name and stuff that he picked as his name, where did that name come from? Who picked that name? You got to ask yourself this question. Who picked Katt? And why they spell it like that, and why is it all of that stuff lines up with the way he dresses, all his symbolism and all of that stuff? Is he running game on his fans and people that care about him? Is he playing in y'all face? Because this is what it's starting to look like. Now, I'm going to tell y'all how I feel about it. Too many signs, too much symbolism, too many numbers and everything that's lining up with Masonic stuff for me to think that. Now, I don't know about if he touched his brother or whatever. But from the part about the demonic stuff and satanic stuff that he's putting out all of it and everybody dangling in everybody's face, I think Katt Williams is playing with us on that. I really do. I think that he's a part of that, and he's lying. And it's probably a joke to him to laugh about how he got everybody fooled. That's my personal opinion. Y'all let me know in the comment section. I can't speak on his brother because I don't know, I wasn't there. But yeah. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section. What do y'all get from whatever part that catches y'all eye? Like that comment section up, okay, y'all? Anyway, please like, share, subscribe if you like the video. Thank you all so much for watching. Oh, another thing before I go, a lot of people was asking me to do the numbers on D4VD and Celeste. I'm going to do some numbers on them next. And I want to go into details. I want to put some sentences in. I want to see who is behind her being in that car, in that trunk. So I want to put that in and see what pops up, okay? So let me play around with these numbers a little bit and then see what's coming up with D4VD, because that's a weird stuff that's going on with her situation as well. Who put her in that car? And somebody came out and put in the comment section, they said that they were doing a little research on something, and they said that when your body is put in the back of a car and, you know, it may look like you've been, you know, cut up or whatever, but really your body just done fell apart because it didn't, you know, dissolve, whatever it does. You know what I'm saying? They said that could be why they're saying that it might not have been a Hummer to the side, but somebody still put her in that trunk. Somebody still put her in that trunk. So whoever put her in that trunk, that's still a Hummer to the side. I don't see her going in there locking herself up in the back of the truck, even if she didn't have nothing to do or nobody actually took something and just cut her up or whatever, because they said that her body was like cut up or something. But I'm just saying, y'all, who put her in the trunk? So we gotta look, we gotta see what's coming up in the numbers. Something should come up in the numbers, especially, and he was into so much demonic stuff. So I don't see no information not popping up about her. So we're gonna do that. I'm gonna try to do it tomorrow. If I don't get it together by tomorrow, I'll have it together by Wednesday. Okay, y'all? But I will work on that next because everybody asking me to do it. Anyway, y'all, peace.